Live from the Rock Ridge Broadcasting Room at Rock Ridge High School, this is Rock Ridge Rundown.
This is Rock Ridge Rundown is your weekly news broadcast put together by the Journalism 1 and 2 classes. We will broadcast live every Friday at 2:50 p.m. Today is Friday, October 24th, and we hope your day is going great. We have several stories to get into this afternoon, so let's get right into it.
Yesterday, some of our orchestra students went on a trip to the University of Minnesota Duluth campus for an event called Honors Orchestra. Honors Orchestra is a gathering that orchestra students from all around the area can sign up for. The entire premise of the event is mainly to give students the option to challenge themselves with more difficult music than they would typically play in a regular class, in order to improve their musical skills. It is a full day event that consists of group practicing and sectionals for each instrument, complete with full concert at the end of the day. Besides giving the students a way to challenge themselves, it also gives them a chance to explore the college campus, giving those who attend the option to eat in the UMD lunchroom. Here's senior violinist Brady Peterson with more to say about this event.
So, Brady, what is your favorite part about UMD Honors Orchestra?
My favorite part is probably making music with all the different people from around the range, as well as the incredible instructors there.
How many students from Rockridge typically go to UMD Honors
Usually
Orchestra?
around 10-ish, 7 to a dozen in that range.
How many different schools are there?
I'd say maybe 5 to 7 different schools. It can be pretty packed, like 50 to 100 people.
Would that make 30 seconds or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every year, Rockridge typically sends about a dozen students to this year, and this year is no different.
Introducing a new way to learn, we welcome all the new Wolverine online programs. Wolverines Online will be a program for students to take part in school online with full part-time options to fit each student. You will be using Schoology and completing assignments taught by teachers, just not strictly in a classroom setting. Any students from 3rd to 12th grade is eligible for the online programs and can still participate in athletics clubs or any other organizations. Academic and technical help will still be available in person at Rock Ridge High School. Wolverines Online helps to better prepare students for the future and for college by giving them more flexible options for academic success. Here is Zach and Mr. Manny with more information.
So,
After this short break, we will be back with their weekend forecast.
Friday, October 24th, there will be sunshine and mixed clouds. High of 49 degrees and winds of 5 to 10 miles per hour southeast, and a low of 34 degrees in the evening. On Saturday, October 25th, there will be a mix of clouds and sun in the morning, followed by cloudy skies in the afternoon. A slight chance of rain, shower, and a high near 55 degrees, and winds near 10 to 15 miles per hour southeast. On Sunday, October 26th, there will be intervals of clouds and sunshine, a high of 56, and winds 10 to 15 miles per hour south and southeast. On October 27th, there will be some decrease of clouds later in the day, Slight chance of rain shower, a high near 55 degrees, wind southeast, and at 10 to 15 miles an hour. On Tuesday, October 28th, there will be a cloudy with showers, a high of 48 degrees, winds east southeast at 5 to 10 miles an hour, and a high chance of rain at 40%. On October 29th, there will be rain showers in the morning, a high of 48 degrees, and winds north at 5 to 10 miles an hour, and a chance of 50% rain. On October 30th, it will be partly cloudy, a high of 47, and winds north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. That's all I have for you this week. After the short break, we'll be back with the Coach's Corner.
The girls tennis team recently took their competition to the Minnesota State High School League tournament. Still with the mentality from the day they won their section tournament, they went into day one against Fergus Falls, where they'd win 4-3. They looked to beat Matamidi in the semifinals, and beat is an understatement. Rockridge would sweep 7-0, punching their ticket into the championship. Rockridge would play against the Blake School and win it all, blowing Blake School out of the water in a dominating 6-1 victory. Mamie Scott, Ellie Dimbirio, Madeline Seppi, Ayla Troutwine, Emmy Peterson, and Nina Paulson would play in individual and doubles. They wouldn't all be lucky though, but they would still make an impact on the court. Ellie Dimbirio would lose in the first round against her Academy of Holy Angels opponent. Scott would take her first win, but then lose the second round. Madeline Seppi and Ayla Troutwine would go through the same results as Scott, winning the first round but losing the second. And doubles, Emmy Peterson and Nina Paulson would lose in their first round. Still, overall, incredible performances from our contenders. Congrats to our Rockridge State champs. On Wednesday, October 22nd, our Rockridge girls volleyball team traveled to take on the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. This game was their section game. Either they win and move on or lose and go home. Our girls volleyball team had a sad loss against Rapids on Wednesday, with the final score being 3-0. This was the seniors' last game ever playing at Rockridge for volleyball. Our seniors this year consisted of Abby Sather, Brooklyn Smith, Bryn Rosinka, Emma Berg, Lily Hashi, Taylor Morey, Val Stanisic, and Zoe Thien. We give our thanks to our seniors, and we will miss them. On Tuesday, October 21st, the Rockridge football team headed down to North Branch to face the Vikings for the first round of playoffs. It was a battle, but Vikings pulled ahead and won 63-39 with a heartbreaking loss for the seniors, as it was their last game playing for Rockridge. Senior and captain of the football team, Rory Scuffy, says, "I think it's a game that us seniors will remember forever, and it was fun and a battle until the end. A season to remember forever." Senior Owen Helene says, "This team meant so much to me with all the adversity and people who stepped up to fill the spots we needed and the memories on and off the field. I'm so thankful that I got this experience." We wish the seniors the best of luck with their future endeavors and wherever they go in life. They will always be a part of the Rockridge football family. From the Rockridge football team. To recap this last week's sports, on Wednesday, October 15th, boys varsity football, Rockridge loses 6-63 to the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Saturday, October 18th, girls varsity swimming and diving, True Team State rank 4 out of 12. Tuesday, October 21st, girls varsity tennis quarterfinals. Rockridge takes down Fergus Falls 4-3. Boys varsity football playoffs. Rockridge comes off the bracket due to the North Branch final score 40-65. Finally, yesterday, senior Adrian Rausch qualified for state in cross country. Coming up next week in Rockridge sports, starting on Saturday, girls varsity swimming have a meet at 10 a.m. at Superior High School. This following Tuesday, the girls varsity swimming have another meet at Mesabi East High School at 7 p.m. And Adrian will run at Cross Country State next Saturday, November 1st. That's all we have for you today on sports. This is Pete signing off.
listening on Thursday, October 23rd, to talk about the book that Shirley reviewed by Rafe Enger. The book is dystopian fiction novel about a grieving widower and musician named Rainey. It takes place sailing across Lake Superior in a fractured, near-future America. The book puts a modern spin on Greek mythology. The author Leif Enger was born in 1961 in Oasis, MN, and has close roots to MN and Lake Superior. The Minneapolis Star-Tribune was quoted saying he's a storyteller of a great humanity and a hug heart. And also the LA Times was quoted saying, musical, sometimes magical and deeply satisfying kind of storytelling about the book. The meeting starts right after school and will go until about 3:30 in room 3103 in the science room. Please bring any questions and thoughts you have about the book to the meeting. Also, bring a treat to share. If you have any questions, please see and contact Mr. Ufford.
Theater production of Hadestown is taking place in the Rockridge's PAC at 7 p.m. during the 13th, 14th, and 15th of November. It will be performed at 2 p.m. on the 16th. 11th grader and cast member Ava Sherrick was interviewed and gave information for her thoughts on the production. She really enjoys performing on stage and enjoys playing as Hermes due to the freedom of improv and choreography. Of course, all cast members have lines they need to memorize. Ava says that as long as you take your time and practice your lines, it isn't as difficult to remember as some may think. Go see Hadestown production live, 13th through 15th in November at 7 p.m. or at 2 p.m. on the 16th.
Do you have any free time and interest in sports and activities? If so, please come and join the Rockridge broadcasting team. The broadcasting team participates in the live streaming and recording of most of the Rockridge High School's athletics and extracurriculars activities. It is a great opportunity to learn about the behind the scenes of what goes on into a proper broadcast. There are countless chances to help out around the school and in the community. They are always looking for new members and people to help out. Here are some words from Junior Hayden Boucher about some information about the team. If you are interested in joining the team or you'd like to learn more, please email Quade Peterson or Noah Perron.
Congratulations to our Wolverine of the Week, sophomore Aubrey Amdahl. Aubrey is involved with being a web leader and involved in Leo's Club. Some of her favorite hobbies are camping, hanging out with her friends, and music. Her favorite subject is Algebra 2. If you see Aubrey, make sure to congratulate her.
That's all we have time for today. Remember to catch your Rockridge Rundown every Friday at 2:50 p.m. Thank you for watching, and we hope everyone has a great weekend.